Now we all remember this guy right here. Big Maxwel Cornet. Have you heard of him the last 6 months? Probably not. Have you heard of him since he left Burnley? Probably not. And this might be why. Maxwel Cornet left Burnley in the summer after just 1 season with the club, obviously due to our relegation. I mean, he nearly kept up. I'm sure all Burnley fans absolutely love him. I know I do, and I know he was loved by everyone at the club, well, to the extent that I know of. But he did move on for 15 million-ish, I think it was, to West Ham. West Ham obviously trying to get some recruitment in for their Europa Conference League season. Wonder how that's going. Yeah, I didn't think very good either. But Cornet has played minimal games. So I won't blame Maxi, although West Ham fans seem to somehow think Maxwel Cornet is not good enough, despite him playing about 5 games due to this disease, which we will get into now. So a physio in France has described the disease as something he's only ever seen twice in his career. Yeah. Guess that kind of suggests why he might have only played 5 games.
Cheers, Jeff.
The former Lyon man is believed to have had 2 injections in a bid to try and loosen up this calf issue, this muscle inside his calf, which is causing him so many problems. He's resumed the training on multiple times and tried to come back, and every time it seems to be get going for Maxwel Cornet, he's back on the physio table. He's now been performing gym training, however he can't train with the first team or train with anyone else, in fact, because of the injury. It's quite sad to see, innit? He's now expected to undergo surgery on his calf, which would put him out for even longer. You know, it's expected he won't even get back for the end of the season. It's sad to see the downfall of Maxwel Cornet, really, isn't it? From such a talented, special player, such a good personality, honestly one of the best characters I've ever seen play for Burnley Football Club. Even when he left Burnley, obviously he left to go to West Ham, which I mentioned at the start, he came back to the ground, said goodbye. The one man who doesn't deserve this, Maxwel Cornet, why couldn't it have been someone else? Obviously you don't wish an injury like this on anyone else, but it just feels so wrong that such a good player, such a great person, everything he did for Burnley, and he's having to go through this. It's sad, man. Now, I would like to know West Ham perspectives, because I've looked at a few on Twitter, and a lot of them are basically just saying he's injury prone, get him gone, we don't need him at the club and stuff. But if Cornet was fully fit, I genuinely believe he would tear it up for West Ham. I mean, you look what he did in the games that he did actually get to play in. I think he got 2 assists, maybe even a goal. He's a baller. He's a genuine baller. I think the only problem with Cornet, really, outside of the injury side of it and what could hamper him at West Ham, nothing. I was going to say the only part that I know at Burnley, which probably halted him, was his physical attributes. And that's obviously coming into show with the injury prone. You know, he's out a lot of the time. And if you can get a consistent Cornet playing all the time, he's brilliant. But he was never like that for us, you know. Talking to West Ham fans, yeah, when he was at Burnley, he didn't play the full season. He was often in and out, you know. I mean, obviously when AFCON, that affected it. But he had a few niggles here and there. And before he came to us, he never had a big history of being injured. You know, at Lyon, he was never a big player for being injured and all the time and stuff. So it's a weird one that all of a sudden he comes to England, he's suddenly injury prone. Maybe he just can't handle the physical level in England. Maybe he just can't handle the aspects that come with English football, like hard tackles, all that sort of thing. But I would like to know where this disease has came from. I mean, there's no name or mention of it anywhere. I've looked for ages. There's no name of what this disease could be or anything like that. So it's one of them. It's left pondering. Unless he can recover before the end of the season, he'll probably struggle next season. For me, I think he probably should go abroad, maybe. Or come back to the mighty Clarets, you know, loan to buy. Who says no? It's a shame that somewhat his big move, you know, he recovered his career after being pretty much despised at Lyon, despite doing many good things, like literally beating Man City by himself. And then obviously he came to Burnley and he ripped it up, man. 9 goals, 1 assist in 20 odd games, you know, it's a brilliant record, so close to keeping us up.
Still driving, can he find Vidra and Cornet in the middle? Looking for
LOL! Maybe if we had a different manager, it would have been a different story for Cornet, but his career hasn't taken off like I expected. I think a lot of Burnley fans thought when he left Burnley, he would kind of excel and take off at West Ham, but it's just a shame. It's horrible to see when a player with so much potential ends up going under the injuries and all that sort of thing. Fingers crossed for Maxi. Fingers crossed he can get back. But I don't know, man. I don't know. If you did enjoy today's video, make sure you like and subscribe. Check out all my other socials. Link in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.